Alright. 20 some odd time is a charm, I guess. Anyway, I lost some footage, so I didn't have audio going. I thought the microphone was on. I guess I forgot. But anyway. Try and talk about, forget the sandals you can see them. But anyway, I'm out in the woods. It's the 1st of September. Taking a day to relax and get away from people and things and toxins. Saw my doctor yesterday, finally, and got the results back. We did some blood work back in June to see if I was sensitive to mold toxins, to see if I had toxic syndrome, if that was was going on. And well, yeah, I do. I have toxic syndrome and a genetic condition that prevents me from being able to flush toxins out of my body quickly enough. So I accumulate poisons in my body. So I can't be around black mold toxins. I can't be bit by ticks. I'm susceptible. I'm very, very sensitive to Lyme disease. Things like that. What I have is they call it a homozygous genetic condition where you have both recessive genes. And when you're homozygous, there's no heterozygous means that the two gene pairs are different and they can contradict each other and work with each other. But when you're homozygous for a defective gene, that means both genes on the pair are the same, and in my case they're bad. So there's nothing that can be done. I just don't have the ability to remove toxins from my body, naturally anyway. So I can't be anywhere near black mold, or the toxins, or there's a bunch of other toxins. I don't know exactly what they are just yet. I haven't gone through and researched the paperwork, which I think is right here. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, the genus 4-3-53. I don't know what it means, but it's DRBI, something like that. Anyway. But anyway, it's not a good thing. What? Transplant. Oh, anyway. I'm just, oh, it's a DBQ Disease Association. Okay, I've got to read this stuff. But anyway, the basic premise, the basic of it is that doctor's orders, I have to leave America. Is what it basically boils down to. Society in America is bad for my mind because it's so illogical, and because society has decided that, well, I was explaining in the one that had no audio, so I'll explain it again here now that I remember. But basically, we have standards for toxic levels in the water, in the air, in this and that and that, in our food, in our drinking water, in things that we ingest, and things that we expose ourselves to, etc., etc. But none of those take the other toxic levels into consideration. So we have all these toxins that are permitted, but no consideration for the total level of toxins that we're exposed to. Only that in our water, we can only have this much toxin. In our air, we can only have this much toxin. In our food, we can only have this much toxin. We never consider the total toxin load in our bodies. So all these permissible toxin levels have no bearing on someone like me, because I can't flush them out. And the toxins in the air, and the toxins in the water, and the toxins in the food all work together, all add up, all combine. And basically, America is too toxic for me. Plain and simple. We allow too much toxicity in our environment for someone like me. And there are a lot of other people out there like this. And this is what I've been harping on and bitching about and complaining about, is that America is suitable for the majority, suitable for the average American. But there is no such thing as the average American. Therefore, America is suitable for no one. So, it's just... So anyway, we're doing it all wrong here. I want to try and fix it, but I don't know if I can. I don't think I can from here. Although I tried one thing. I don't know. I didn't like how it came out, but I'll try it again. But anyway, So yeah, I can't live anywhere there's toxic mold. I'm especially sensitive to Lyme disease. I don't know what that means, or why that is. But this explains, as a kid, as a kid, growing up, I came to realize that I was progressively allergic to bee stings. Well, progressively allergic to bee stings is because my body can't eliminate the toxins. So if I get stung by a bee and then 6 months later get stung by a bee again, I'm going to have major problems. This was what happened when I was a teenager, actually. I got stung, and then 6 months later stung again, and after the second sting I had blacked out. I also can't eat honey because it has some kind of toxin in it. Black mold toxin. Honeybees go to flowers, and I'm sure they catch mold spores and whatnot. And wow, so I can't eat. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking on camera, which is probably not good. Leaves you with like, oh, what's going on? Well, this is boring. I'll turn it off now. Yeah. No one's watching this anyway. But anyway, what this means is that I have to test for mold toxins and other environmental toxins in any place that I'm going to live, which includes my boat that I haven't bought yet. Oh, and by the way, the house I lived in Humboldt County, which all of Humboldt County probably has problems with black mold because of the humidity and nature of the area, fog. So a lot of my health problems are because I was living where I was living. The house that I was in had been underwater at one point, so the entire house is black mold, and that's not legal. The landlord was not legally able to rent me a house that had been underwater. So I have to look into that. I'm gonna see if I can find one of those ambulance chaser, personal injury, mold toxin, environmental toxin, landlord, tenant lawyers that'll go for all kinds of money, because I don't really care about money for myself. I just want the landlord to not have it, because it'll keep him from doing this to other people. See what it is? It's not about me, it's about other people. Fuck you for thinking otherwise. Not you, but you. You know what I mean. But anyway, so it's good that I'm moving out of Humboldt. The bad news is I can't do, community service is going to be tough because, it's going to mean being exposed to the mold toxins. Although, do I have an idea? Just remember that. I was at a thrift store yesterday run by Animal Rescue, and they need some help taking pictures of animals to make a brochure for people to adopt. So I'm gonna set that up. I'm gonna see if I can set it up so that I can do that as my community service. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have them call community service workers after I talk to my lawyer about this whole thing, and work with them and work with my lawyer and the thrift store or the animal rescue, and see if I can get the job and go out and take pictures of their animals for them and make these brochures and possibly even make a website for them. Where they're going to have pictures of the animals up, and even videos, maybe even make a YouTube page for them. There we go. Actually, that's a better idea. That's a much better idea. I'll make a YouTube page for them, and then set them up with a little Canon pocket camera or something like that that does a little bit of video. Set them up with 3-minute videos, and they have 3-minute videos of each pet. That's a perfect idea. So I'm going to try and do that for my community service, if I do community service. But other than that, like I was saying, I got to test my boat, and if my boat has black mold toxins in it, I can't buy it, or I've got to figure out how to get them out. I'm hoping that because my boat's where it's at, that it won't have the black mold, and it won't have the toxins, and it'll be safe. And if that's the case, I'll definitely buy it, whether or not I make the Northeast Passage. The only thing is that, that may not be the case, because if I can't make the Northeast Passage, there's only one way to get there, and that's the North Atlantic. The reason for that is because one of the other things I'm sensitive to are tropical molds, fish molds, There's toxins in those molds in tropical areas. There's several of them actually. So I can't live in a tropical area. I also can't live anywhere where there's ticks because I'm especially sensitive to Lyme disease. To be honest, I'm very, very lucky that I haven't got it by now. I've only been bit by, I think, 2 or 3 ticks in my life, and none of them ever produced the bullseye pattern that radiates out. So there is that. I'm at least lucky there. I'm probably sensitive to West Nile virus too. I don't know. It's crazy. But I do know that what Lyme disease is it's a bacterial infection that we can't get rid of. That the bacteria apparently produces a toxin, and I would be especially sensitive to that, and it would probably kill me, to be honest. Another thing this means is I can't receive chemotherapy. So if I get cancer, I'm dead. So those of you who know me know that I've been avoiding plastic like crazy. I mean, I have all these jars that I keep my food in, and I don't like my food exposed to plastic at all. And this is why. If I get cancer, I'm dead. There is no therapy. There is no chemotherapy for me. In fact, the matter is chemotherapy doesn't work anyway, they found out. So doctor's orders, leave America. Not really doctor's orders, but the implication is I have to leave America because, I mean, the doctor's orders should be that I leave America because the toxic levels in the environment. We just can't keep them low enough for someone like me. And there are other people out there. I mean, this genetic condition, it's a genetic condition, which means other people have it. You know, I can't possibly be the only person in America with this condition. It's impossible, especially since I inherited it. And fuck my family. But one of the things I know is that it's likely that this came from my Viking, the Scandinavian side of my family, which is basically all of it, because my father's side was Scandinavian at one point. And yes, I know that wasn't Scandinavia back then, but you know what I mean, from the Scandinavian countries, or the lands where the Scandinavian countries currently are. But anyway, so my belief is that this homozygous genetic condition, this recessive gene that eliminates the ability to remove toxins, came from the Scandinavian people because they, from the Scandinavian blood in me, because they use saunas, and saunas are very good at removing toxins. So they maybe didn't have to have this. I don't know. This is all supposition, but I know that I do like sweat lodges. They make me. I feel a lot better after a sweat lodge or a sauna. So I think that what I need to do is, I was half joking about it before, but I need to put a sauna on my boat. Although actually being on the boat, unless I'm exposed to toxins from the fuel and whatnot, I won't have to worry too much about it. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a lot of environmental toxins up in the Arctic if I get to go the Arctic route. And about that trip, my doctor expressed concern, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there concerned about me, about my safety. I'm not concerned, but I will promise you this: if I think, you know, if I'm on my way, because I got to do a shakedown, and before I hit the Arctic, I've got to get there, which means going through going up the coast of California, past Oregon, past Washington, past Canada. God damn, this is a long trip. You know, driving a boat all this way that goes about 10 miles an hour. Oh my God! I mean, it took 3.5 days to get to Alaska by car, going 60. You know, that means it's 20 days to get to Alaska by boat. So it's going to take 20 days to get up there, and in that 20 days, I'll know whether or not I can handle storms and ice and the loneliness and whatnot. And if I don't think I can handle it, I'll either turn around, or I'll change my course, or I'll go back home, or I'll stop in Canada, or whatever. I don't know. But if I don't think I can make it, I'm not going to do it, because I don't want to die. That is the most important thing in my life, is living. But sounds pretty stupid, but no, my most important need is to be alive. And I very much have to stay alive. I'm very, very, very careful. I'm already very careful about my life. I'm always been conscientious about my life, my health, my safety, all my life. I've never done anything that was consciously that was out of my control. I've done things that are risky, but they were never out of my control. Anyway, I should probably cut it off because it's probably getting close to 20 minutes. Anyway, so yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what's going on. And, oh, the good news is the Tiger's up to my reserve. Last I checked, in only 2 days. 2 days out of a 7-day auction, and it's already up to my reserve, which is what I thought it was worth, $15,000. And it's likely to exceed 20. I just, oh God, if this Tiger goes for more than 20, wow. I mean, wow. I had people offer me $8,000 for it. The guy in Canada that was going to come down and look at it was offering me $8 for it. Mike Croucher was offering me 10. No, I shouldn't say. Yeah, a guy I've known for a long time from the racing circuits has offered me 10. And someone else offered me 10. You know, everybody's offered me 8 to 10, and you know, I knew it was worth 15. I mean, I paid $7,500 for it. I put $2,500 into it. I did more work after that. The value has gone up. There's a lot of history, and I paid a damn steep discount for it. Craig discounted it significantly for me. I don't think anybody realizes that. I don't think anybody who knew me and Craig knew that Craig sold it to me for that cheap. It pissed off a lot of people that I bought it, and I'm sure Craig didn't bother telling anybody what I paid for it, especially not his wife. Because if they knew what I paid for that car, they probably would have killed me. I mean, they hate me as it is. I mean, they absolutely fucking hate me. But anyway, I'm going to cut it off. I'm running over time, I think. I've probably been talking to a camera that isn't running anymore. Nope. Actually, I have 2.5 minutes left.